regret. It's a parasite, burrowing deep into the psyche, festering in the dark corners of the mind where fear and shame linger. Most people, when they cause damage, when they cross the wrong lines, they expect their sins to dissolve over time, faded memories swallowed by the tide of a new day. But there are consequences that time cannot erase. Shadows that cling to the guilty like a second skin. Nightmares that don't fade in the morning light. And that's where you come in. Not as some fleeting reprisal, some temporary burst of anger, but as a reckoning, a living reminder, a consequence that is unavoidable. You don't need to shout, you don't need to rage. Be the storm, be the relentless force that robs them of their sleep, the silhouette that lingers at the edge of their vision, the whisper that coils through their thoughts long after you're gone. Make every step you take, every word you speak, reverberate through the hollows of their conscience. Because when someone chooses to harm, to manipulate, to betray, there should be no escape. Their every action should be met with a force that's not quick to burn out, but one that smolders, slow, inevitable, like a fire that eats away at the edges of their reality until everything they've built is scorched and blackened. Become the consequence that haunts them, the price they pay for every misstep. They might try to run, to distance themselves from what they've done. But it's futile, because you are not chasing them. You're inside them. The guilt, the fear, the terror that you instilled is lodged in their bones, carved into their soul. When they close their eyes, let your presence dance behind their lids. Let your shadow wrap around their thoughts like chains. They'll try to deny it, try to convince themselves they're free of you. But there's no severing what's woven into the very fabric of their being. You are the retribution they cannot escape. When they hurt you, they thought it would be easy, that you'd stumble, shatter, maybe even disappear. They never imagined you'd evolve. They never anticipated that the very person they sought to break would transform into their living penance. So show them what true power looks like. Not the power to destroy, but the power to endure, to outlast, to be a constant reminder of their failure, their malice, their inability to escape what they've set in motion. Make them feel the weight of what they've done with every breath they take. Let their guilt fill their lungs like smoke, suffocating, choking, leaving them gasping for relief that never comes. This is what it means to be a consequence, to be inescapable. Because consequences aren't always delivered in the form of rage or violence. They're sometimes quiet, patient, a pressure that builds and builds until the soul fractures under its weight. You don't need to lash out. You don't need to seek revenge in the ways people expect. Number, be subtler, more profound. Make your very existence a monument to their wrongdoing. Stand tall, unbent, unbroken, while the awareness of what they did festers within them like poison. Because that's the beauty of being a consequence. You are a part of them now, a scar that will never heal, a mirror that will never let them forget. When you've been wronged, when betrayal leaves its mark, don't be so foolish as to simply forgive and forget. Don't be swept away by the urge to lash out in a fit of vengeance. Number B, smarter. Be calculated. Learn to bide your time. Learn to wait. Let your silence and your presence do the work for you. Become the force that tightens around their chest, the one that pulls them under when they think they've escaped. Because consequences are not just moments, they're lifetimes. They're the constant reminders that crawl through the cracks of the mind, unrelenting, until the weight of what was done pulls everything down. And when you stand in the aftermath, when you look at the wreckage of their choices, at the havoc wrought by the very actions they thought they'd get away with, remember, this is what real power looks like. It's not explosive. It's not sudden. It's inevitable. It's the slow descent, the relentless grip of realization that drags them under. It's not being the punishment they dread. It's being the lesson they can never outrun, because anyone can strike back in anger. Anyone can explode in a burst of fury. But to become the consequence they'll never shake, the shadow they can never flee, that's something different. That's something that lasts forever. Let the regret eat at them. Let the remorse twist and turn within. Make every inch of progress in your life, every success, every victory, a testament to the person they could have stood beside, but didn't, because their choice to turn away, to cause harm, has birthed something they never accounted for. You. A consequence that lives and breathes. A force that thrives in the darkness of their conscience forever and ever.